There we go, got him. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. There we go, got him. There we go, got him. Got him. There's a little skate park over here. This video gets 500 likes. I'll take the e-bike to the skate park and we'll go do some tricks on it. It's like basically guaranteed to break my arm. I'll go break my arm at the skate park. Oh, there we go. There's one back there. I did not expect that. I have to move kind of fast. So some of these clouds look like they might be carrying some thunder and lightning.
Larry catches the biggest bass.
All right guys, in today's video we are doing a lot of pond fishing. We're hitting some new banks and trying some new waters, exploring some local places close to the house, trying to find some big big mouth bass. We moved to a new house in like Thanksgiving of last year, and there's a lot of really good fishing opportunities around, so we're gonna see what we can get into today. Before we get into today's video, a huge shout out to Fishbrain for sponsoring this video. They have came as a sponsor of the channel for 2025, and I am super grateful for it. Fishbrain is something that I have used for, shoot, probably since it came out. I might have been one of the first users on Fishbrain because I've always loved to fish. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Fishbrain is a service that pretty much helps you shorten the time between finding a spot and catching fish at a spot. Fishbrain is a good tool whether you are a brand new angler or you are a super experienced angler. It will give you catch locations, catch times, spot predictions, baits that have been used, as well as being able to see the species of fish that are in local bodies close to the house. I've been paying for Fishbrain Pro out of pocket for about 3 or 4 years now, and it's basically like having a guide in your pocket. I travel a lot. We like to go to new places, fish new towns. And the best thing about it is it takes the guesswork out of fishing. I can get on my phone in the hotel room. I can see where fish have been caught local to me, whether I want to drive 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. I know what to expect when I get there. You can filter your catches by time of month and species. So if you're looking within a 30-mile radius of where you're at right now, you can see, okay, there are bluegill that have been caught here, or there are spotted bass that have been caught here. If you're looking for catfish, crappie, if you're looking for crappie, they have a filter for that as well. Another cool feature with Fishbrain Pro, you get detailed mapping. So basically the same thing that you would spend $1,000 on a fancy fish finder to get, you can get for the cost of less than the cost of probably your favorite bass fishing lure. So think about it that way. Costs less than what it would cost to buy 2 packs of lures or a pack of lures, depending on what you like. Fishbrain Pro also has AI-powered fishing forecast. It literally tells you when and where to fish and what to throw when you're fishing. And probably one of my favorite things about Fishbrain Pro, since I've been using it really hard these past couple of months, is the community. You literally have millions of people that are on the app. You leave comments on people's posts. You can use it as a fishing log, a journal, a diary. You don't have to go public with your post if you don't want to. Some of my stuff, I have some juice ponds. I'm not gonna lie, I would charge y'all a lot of money if y'all wanted to come fish them. But I have some places I'll give to you for free too. So we're all in the same boat. I think Fishbrain Pro is a great tool for me, and I have used it before they became a sponsor of the channel. So big shout out to Fishbrain Pro for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into it. All right, so for this lake right here, the number one thing that I liked about it was the amount of catches. It's pretty close to the house, and it looks like it has catches all different times of day, mostly in the summertime. And then also it looks like there would be a lot of fish in here that would enjoy a soft plastic. Then also it looks like there's a dam in the middle of the pond, and that looks like it could be the juice based on the prediction. So we'll try that a little bit while we're out here, and we'll check and see the baits. Yeah, so a fluke, chatterbait, and what is that? A creature bait, Gary Yamamoto creature bait. A trick worm. So we're gonna probably start off here with a wacky rig and see what we can get done with it. All right guys, one of the best investments I feel like I've ever made is an e-bike. One that, for a couple of reasons. One, accessing the neighborhood ponds. For like going to these urban spots, a lot of times, you know, if it's like a place that's paying HOA fees for the pond, they don't want you to fish it for obvious reasons. But you pull up one of these babies, you obviously live there, because who's e-biking, you know, 30 miles away to come fish a neighborhood pond? Just being able to bite from spot to spot. Like if you lived in like South Florida in like the right area, I'm sure you could probably go fish 100 ponds in a day on an e-bike. So I think it's just a good mode of transportation for fishing. You don't have to get in the truck, drive everywhere. You can get you a tackle bag, take 2 rods, put them in your lap, and you know, just it's a bike. There's a little skate park over here. This video gets 500 likes, I'll take the e-bike to the skate park and we'll go do some tricks on it. It's like basically guaranteed to break my arm. I'll go break my arm at the skate park. I don't know if I've ever been out here before. I don't think I have, but this place looks so familiar. All right, little shameless plug. You know, I've used probably 10 different tackle backpacks, and I'm not paid by Yeti or anything of that such, but that bag might be one of the most comfortable backpacks I've ever worn. I always say my North Face computer bag is like would be like my dream backpack. But Yeti sent me a couple of those backpacks and they are so comfortable to wear throughout the day. Then also they're waterproof too. So I feel like I should be able to see at least like a bed or something if there's anything worth anything here. There's a decent one right there. So, man, this is the best time of year when they're all up shallow. You got bluegill swimming shallow, bass swimming shallow. That one's on bed right there. Oh, one swim all the way over to it. This pond's cool because I can see all the fish in it. There's a couple over there. They're not crazy big. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. They're probably about the same size. If not, oh, there we go. There we go. There's a little one. I was about to say they're probably about the same size, if not smaller than the other pond we were in. But it's cool to be able to watch them swim up to it and see how they react to it. Cool. There's a little one. See, he didn't mess up my wacky rig. Maybe I got him out of there quick enough I can catch one of his friends too. All right, let's see. There's a whole bunch of little fish in here. There we go, got him. Got him, I popped it. Oh, he came off. Okay, we'll count that. We popped it right in front of his face and he ate it. Like, I mean, he like nosed up to it and I just gave it a hard pop, and right when, before the worm even like went down to pop, he had it. Yeah, that was pretty cool, I gotta admit. There's a better one. There we go. Oh, came off. I'm looking at one that's probably about 1.5 pounds. So I was gonna try it. That's actually probably the biggest one so far I've seen all day. That one probably eat a coal shad. Look at that elegant cast in there. Oh, he swam off. Oh, there's a big one. There's a big one right there. Oh, I spooked him. I cast it right on his head. He's right there on bed. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come and get it. And that one was probably about 3 pounds right there. Y'all could probably see him. He looked stressed out, like he had already been caught. Oh, there's another one. There we go, got him. What a giant. Okay, we're gonna step back and try to work on this big one. Maybe he'll come back, but we're gonna have to be far out of the way for him. I think that's how I'm gonna start trying to describe to y'all like big fish whenever I see a big one. Like, oh, that one could have ate a coal shad. I think that's the way that you can, I feel like everybody understands like what a big swim bait eating fish is. Man. I wonder if fish see like lures with algae on them and be like, no, not real. Because, you know, everybody's guilty. I know I'm definitely guilty of like having a little bit of algae on one of my crankbait treble hooks and never, like, I don't pull it off, but sometimes I'll still catch fish on it. I mean, obviously it gets to a point where they can't see the lure and they're like, no, I'm not eating this. But like, I wonder what that point is. Thinking this clear water, the key probably for me is going to be making long casts. Only issue is all this algae. It's going to get all over my worm before it gets to the fish. There we go, got him. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Come here. There we go. I was like, there's got to be some better ones in here. That's like a 2-pounder. Come here. Hey, come over here. Come over here. Calm down. Awesome. Up there spawning, baby. Look at that hook set too. You can held that. We got them deep in the mouth. I'm gonna have to run and get the pliers for this one. Awesome, guys. All right. I'm gonna switch my worm out. I feel like I would have got bit if I had some fresh Maxon on there. So let's switch our worm. Actually, we're gonna put our, I don't want to leave fish to find fish, but there's another pond down here and I feel like it could be better. This one's been pretty good, especially after catching that one. Caught 3 or so. Nothing giant, but that last one was definitely a good fish. Like it's definitely, I feel like probably one of the bigger fish in the pond. So, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's crazy when they swim up to it and then they like swerve it. It's like these fish are just up here waiting to get fed. They're just hanging out shallow. Look, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Oh, I had him. I had him. I just pitched over to him and he ate it. Man, this is fun. This is fun fishing. These aren't bad fish either. But see, this one might come eat it off the top. We're gonna try out a new technique. Look, he's swimming up to it. Swimming up to it, moving bait. Oh, should have kept it moving. Oh, he's chasing. None of these fish have been like really locked on bed yet. What's your guys' favorite lure? Let me know down below in the comments. What do you like? Do you like moving baits or do you like setting the hook? You know, Texas rigs, jigs, wacky rigs, stuff like that. Personally, I feel like y'all probably know my favorite, but these past couple of videos, like I said earlier, I've really grown fond of a good old wacky rig. A moving bait than all that moss that was in the other spot we were just in. Oh, there's a bite. Come on, let's catch one before we have to go. If we land this one, we're gonna leave on it. There we go, got him, got him. Hey, there we go, there we go. Did I just see my worm fly off? I pray you did not take my worm. No, it's still on there. Come here, all the way in. There we go, there we go. He ate it good. All the way in the jaw. All right, guys, so we gotta go to Leo's T-ball game tonight. I'm coaching Leo's T-ball team, so the video's not over. I just have to go do that. I'll get Emma to take a video or something. I'll share with y'all how we do. All right, guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, I do have some juice ponds that you would have to pay me for me to tell you where they are. This is one of those. I actually got invited out to this pond and it ended up being pretty solid, so I want to show it in the video. There we go. There's one. First one of the day, boys. Nothing too crazy, but hey. I don't trust it. First one with Jack, I was looking around the pond and I saw a couple blow-ups. I haven't fished a chopper all year, so I might go back to the truck and tie that on. But at a new spot, it was our first one. Nothing crazy, but big mouth bass. Kind of going back and forth. I feel like if I go down the bank with the Chopo and fan cast it around, or if I just kind of make casts like this down the bank with the Chopo, I have a pretty good chance of catching some. I feel like a lot of them might be kind of up shallow, especially with this dirty water we have. But it's my first time out here, so we'll figure it out together. But topwater is fun and it's still early morning, so probably wouldn't hurt to try it. There we go. There he is. Got him. There's another one. Nothing too crazy. Look how he's pinned. He's not even hooked in the mouth. Oh, that one just popped out. There's another one. Number 2. Is there like a little drain or something right here? I wish I would have known that before I walked up on it. It's probably a fish. It's probably a fish sitting right there. There we go. Another one.
doesn't feel huge, but it doesn't feel, actually, I don't know. Feels like I might have foul hooked it, no? Got him in the mouth. That's 3 on the jack. I really feel like if I tied on like a black and blue wacky rig, I would just whack them. Maybe even like a white fluke, like how we were catching fish in the tournament. I feel like that might be a good thing to try in here. Awesome. There's another one, boys. It's number 3. See you later. We're gonna find a big one eventually. Pretty sure I left all my worms and plastic stuff in the truck, but I really want to catch one on top water. They'll come up. I feel like one will come up and eat that chopo, but I need to catch one with some size to it to really feel confident in a chopo. I feel like soft plastics probably be the best way to kind of like weed through them and eventually find some bigger ones, but I bet too probably the dam side or that side over there probably has some bigger fish on it. But you never know. Just because we caught 3 smaller ones, the next one could be a 5-pounder. So, or the next 3 could be 5-pounders, which that would be pretty cool. I haven't caught anything out in the middle yet. They've all been up shallow. Like I said earlier, this water's super dirty, so it probably has something to do with that. All 3 of the fish that I've caught have been within, no, this one. Not a giant. There's our first one out in the middle. I was about to say all the fish that I've caught so far have been within like, shoot, 10 foot of the bank. All right, water ski, water ski, water ski. I mean, they're not small. I mean, they're not huge, but they're also not like dinky. They're not poor. There's definitely big ones in here. Like I fish ponds like this all the time that you'll catch a whole bunch of small ones and right when you get ready to leave or right when like 10, 11 o'clock hits, you'll end up hooking into a big one, or you'll see a big one cruising the bank, which that would be nice today. All right, I'm gonna look and see what I got in my backpack. Yeah, leave it to me not to bring any soft plastics. I got them in the truck, but I keep my plastics normally in like a speed bag and I'll just kind of throw whatever I need in here. But I was so excited to make my first cast, and you know, new spot, you always got to start with the moving bait to kind of identify one if there's even, you know, catchable fish in it. There we go, right there at the bank. Oh, he came off. Hey, that was a better one though. That one was a little bit thicker. So that's that 2 bites over here. They're biting, that's a good thing. Oh, there we go, we just got hit. There we go. There's one. That mouth looks a little bit bigger. There we go. First cast. Awesome, there we go. Nothing too crazy. That one was like you might have been in a little altercation at some point in life. All right, see you later, sir. Is that another one? That is another one. It's the water, oh yeah, water's flowing into this little spot right here. So it's probably a little bit cooler. There's probably a whole bunch of bait up here. You can see that little steady trickle, and it's probably flowing through those rocks. We can't see it, but it's probably why there's 2 sitting right in the same spot over there. A little something different. I mean, not a major change. The fish are a little bit heavier over here. They might not translate on video, but I promise that one's like a 4-pounder. Oh, there we go. There's another one. There's 3 sitting in that little spot right there. That's another better one. You gotta admit, they're a little bit longer and healthier over here than what they are on the other sides of the pond. And this is one of those places you just gotta keep fishing and fishing it. And a big one will pop up eventually, see? I mean, they're getting thicker. There's big ones in here for sure. Like ponds like this, if you have any dinky ponds that you fish, and I wouldn't even consider those dinks, the last 3 that we caught, those are still pretty good fish. But if you have any ponds like this, you know, you're not used to catching like 2 and 3 pounders, and they're in there. There's just not a whole bunch of them. This one could probably use a little bit of weeding out, but shoot, I just enjoy catching fish. There's one. Ooh, I saw him come up and get it. There's 4 out of this little corner. There we go. Slid right out. I don't know if I've ever hooked one through, like there's a little slit right there. I never knew that. There's like a little cut right here in front of the gill plate. I had no idea about that. Awesome. Cool. Healthier bass on this side, baby. What's that, 4, 5 we caught out of this side? And they're eating it just moving. They're just, you know, steady, constant retrieve. We gotta get a bite right there. Bringing it slap through the middle like this. Shoot, we should be able to make 3 casts on that spot and get a bite. Get a couple more casts where we caught those 3 or 4 at and see if they've restocked back in there. Thing is, if we caught 3 out of that spot, you gotta think there's at least 5 or 6 in there. They probably just caught on, you know, like, hey, Ricky, Jimmy, and Bobby all got caught and they came back, but they had to leave out of the water for a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't eat that shiny shad that's flying through here, that's came through here 6 times. I have to find a way around this. I can make a whole nother channel about like navigating ponds, because I was talking to my dad about it the other night, but I was like, I'm not horrified of snakes anymore just because I've seen so many now, but I definitely am not a friend of a snake, and the only good snake is a, you know, so I say all that to say there's a whole, I feel like there's a whole, you know, hour-long video that could be made at each pond that I go fish about just navigating around the pond. Oh, there's a whole bunch of fry right there. There has to be a bass. I caught 4 out of that spot, so I probably did catch the fry garter, but. So, there we go. There we go. That one feels better. That one feels better. We foul hooked it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Water ski. I don't know how many that makes. It has to be at least 9. I don't think we're quite at 10, but we're close. Awesome. There's another one. This definitely looks like the choppiest spot in the pond. Okay, there's a big fish anywhere in here. I feel like it's probably over here in this pocket. If I had to guess, there's probably a tree in the pond right here. And that looks like it was cut. Maybe it was pushed over in the pond. There we go. There we go. I was like, there's got to be one that'll eat this in here. There it is. Violent too. Cool. Choppo fish. He was mean. All right, number 10 on the Choppo. I don't know if that's actually number 10, but we're gonna call it number 10. Sweet. Throw this jack in there a couple of times and then we're gonna go fish the dam. Oh, there we go. I saw him come up and get it. Was that number 11? All right, you need to chill out before I touch you. You're too small to be doing all that crazy acting and throwing around. All right, there's another one. Smallest one of the day. Still fun. This little lure I'm throwing today, guys, is the Berkeley Jack. This is the Jack 6. It is a 1.5 ounce little lipless bait. It's a new shape. The old lipless that Berkeley made, and they still make it, was the War Pig, and it was a little bulky. Honestly, like on the right setup, you really can catch them out. Like, not jokingly. Literally, I'm sure if you had the right setup, this would be the lure. If I had to pick one to try to cast a mile, I could do it. And then, I mean, you've seen all the bites that we've gotten on it today. It's just this one is just a gold back with the black top, or gold body with the black top. And another cool thing about the Jack I really like is the yo-yo of it. Your line doesn't get wrapped up in it. You know, a lot of lipless cranks, even the War Pig, this one's way better than the War Pig at like whenever you raise your rod up and the lure's falling. Sometimes when you go to lift it up again, your line will get tangled around your treble hooks and you'll have to, you'll basically ruin a full cast when you're bringing your lure back through the water and it's helicoptering back in. So this one does a pretty good job. I don't know if I've had to, oh, there's a bite. I don't know if I've had a, oh, it came off. I don't know if I've had a line wrap up today so far. I have had a couple on it, but compared to other liplesses that I fished, the ratio is a lot to none. So that we would be at, if probably we hooked every single fish today, we'd be at what, like 15 by now? I know I've missed 3 for sure. Oh shoot, I see a big one. I see a big one, I see a big one, I see a big one. I don't know if it's a bass or not, but it's a big fish, whatever it is. So I'm gonna bring it right in front of it. I don't know if that was a bass. I had a dark tail. That's normally how I can tell if it's a bass or not, because carp, like you can kind of tell by the tail. The tail has like a, bass tails have like a K shape to them and they're a lot darker than the rest of the fish. But there was a big fish up there. He's probably 4 or 5 pounds. But it could have been a carp or it could have been a catfish. I bet you this pond's loaded with catfish. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's not him. That's not him. But that is a better fish though. There we go. You got all 3 hooks, dude. Is that a bass? No, I think that's a carp. That tail looks too big. Awesome. There we go. There's another one. All right, we're going to move. Actually, I'm going to get one cast over here because I saw a blow up over there. Oh, on the bank, of course. There we go. Oh, he came off. I will say that was the giant of the day. The number one thing you cannot do on Fishbrain is look at the amount of catches in the area. Just because the place looks like it might not have a lot of catches, that means nothing. All you need to see is a bass or a bluegill or something. If there's a bluegill in it, 95% of the time, probably 98% of the time, there will be a bass as well. There we go, right there. Oh, he came off. That was kind of lucky. He ate it so close to the bank. That was literally first cast. That's something that works maybe like 1/10 of the time. Something I like to do whenever I come to a pond. You know, you can walk right up on it. You never walk all the way up there. You always got to get a cast. Sometimes you catch one, sometimes you don't. But more oftentimes than not, when I do make that cast and I don't walk all the way up to the pond, normally I do at least get a little something to nibble. Awesome. That's a good way to start. We got lucky too that he was right there, so we got to touch him. Like I hadn't even said anything about where we're at, what we're fishing, what we're doing, and got our first bite already. There we go. Oh my gosh, another small one. That's 3 though. We're gonna find some bigger ones. I'm telling you, I lost a couple big ones back there in the back. So maybe we should just go ahead and bounce back there. This one ate it good though. But just, I mean, true dinks. There's one. There we go. Got him. Got him. Got him. Hey, that's a better one. That's a better one. That's a better one. I had to work for you, dude. You're coming all the way up. Come on, baby. There we go. There's a better one. I set the hook the second I felt that bite. Let's go. Let's go. That feels good. What's that, 5 out of this pond? It's not a bad one. It's a thicker one. He's chunky. These are pale bass, probably too, because this water's so nasty. Like, this water is pretty murky. And this, like all the bass that I've caught out of here look like murky water bass. You know, they're never super pronounced. They don't have any pronounced like lateral lines or, you know, dark backs or anything like that. But nonetheless, we got them, baby. We did it. Now we're gonna fish our way back through here. Since we caught a better one, there's probably, you know, that can't be the biggest one back here. That might just be my fisherman brain, but my fisherman brain normally is right. All right, guys, so the last pond that we're hitting is the second pond from the video. We got cut a little short, and also we had a little bit different conditions. We had some overcast, and I felt like it was super promising. This video was filmed probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, so there were a lot more fish swimming around up shallow. We hadn't had a lot of rain, and they were really like spawning kind of towards post spawn. So I wanted to go back out here and see if we could really get into a few more, and we did, and we also got a little wet in this one, but it's all good because we caught fish. First one. There we go. There we go. It's one on the wacky rig. So it's a different day. We decided to come back out here because there's this whole nother pond over here that we haven't fished, but stopped up here to make a couple more casts. And switched up my color of wacky rig. I've stopped up here because the algae in the grass doesn't look anywhere near as bad today as it did the first day we were out here. So figured it'd be worth a quick little shot. And we got our first one on the wacky rig. There we go. I don't know if it's a bass or not. There we go. Got him. Let's go, boys. Hey, calm down. Calm down. Hey. You know, one thing I appreciate about bass, we did some catfish fishing last night, is they're not slimy. Like, they're not gross whenever you put your hands on them. You don't smell like them for a day or 2 days after. Oh my goodness. Just whooping my butt. Dude, I promise I'm gonna put you back if you just chill. I get to spend some time with them though. Okay, I got a good grip on you. Awesome. It's bite number 2 of the day. He hit it twice right there. I wonder if he was like on bed or garden fry. But hit it the first time, I missed him. Then came back and got it the second time, and he broke my worm in half. Oh, there we go. There's one back there. I did not expect that. I was reeling it back in. I was gonna make another cast somewhere else, and there was one back there on that little brush pile. Awesome. What's that, 3? Hey, calm down. I'm gonna take you off if you calm down. I didn't even set the hook on him. He just I reeled into him. Man, it's crazy. I'm not sure if y'all can see this, but just looking down in there, you would never think there was a bass in there. That's the thing too. I feel like so much of my personal fishing is with my eyes, especially fishing in ponds. You know, I watch for my line to swim off to know I have a bite. I, you know, just kind of look for bass or look for bluegill, look for disturbances on the surface of the water whenever I'm walking around the bank of a pond, or, you know, even in my kayak. But just kind of goes to show your eyes can't always be trusted. Like all through here, I didn't see anything. That's why I left that spot over there. I was like, I didn't see anything, but I didn't make the cast all the way in the back where I just caught that one at. I think that's a lesson to be learned right there. You can't always trust what you see. And then also too, bass will come and like, they're always searching. So that bass, it didn't have to be back there. It could have been, you know, just in a dark area where it was blending in with its surroundings, or it could have been behind a stick or something that I just couldn't see. Let's see. Might have to move kind of fast. So some of these clouds look like they might be carrying some thunder and lightning. Oh yeah, baby. I am absolutely soaked. Get in. Okay, baby. There we go. Come on, rods. I need you to cooperate. I really don't want to go back out. Come on. Come on. There we go. Wow. I'm soaking wet. Want to see something funny?
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on it, hanging out with us a little bit today. Also, I want to say a special thank you one more time to Fishbrain for sponsoring the channel. Like I said, I've used Fishbrain. You've probably used Fishbrain for a really long time. Fishbrain Pro, I think, is 100% worth the money because, one, It's the peak fishing time. You never know what new places you can find or what friends you'll make that'll be able to take you to new ponds, or you can take them to new ponds. I think it's a really good tool. And it's a good fishing community. I think it's probably the best fishing community app outside of like a true social media app. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Also, we have a giveaway going right now that will be posted in the next video for a Abu Garcia Revo STX. If you want to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is go click on the last video, which it should be the one that pops up after the video is done, for the tournament that me and Greg just won. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Fish 'em hard. Have a great day.